Hi everyone. Today, as a part of Drupal 9 porting weekend, I'll be recording myself porting one module to Drupal 9. Hopefully, this will come in handy for others as well. So, the module in question is message time interval, and as I've reviewed, nobody has, as of now, raised a patch for Drupal 9 readiness. So, both in open and closed issue, I don't see it there. So, I think we are good to start on this. And what we have as of now is a Drupal 8 website already set up. I've used Lando for this, and then what I've also done is I've installed the upgrade status module, and I've installed Drupal Reactor as well. So both these Drupal status and Drupal upgrade status and Reactor will help us figure out the deprecated code within the message time interval module, and also we'll be able to automate part of this code changes as well. So if I quickly try to get the module, so the way I'll do it is I won't use Drush. I'll just clone the module from Drupal core, Drupal GitLab instead. So it's called message time interval. I'm guessing. Yeah, I think this should be fine. Yep. So the next thing I'll do is I'll clone it. And I'll go inside web modules contrib, and here I'll clone this. So while this clones, I'd like to point out to this just contributed by one of my colleagues, Sega. It is pretty detailed, and it will help you through various ways on how you can use upgrade status and Drupal Reactor to figure out deprecated parts of your modules and web themes. And I'd also like to shout out to this blog post by Kristen. This is also pretty detailed and has a lot of details about preparing for Drupal 9 porting weekend. Okay, so with that, I think like our module is already cloned. The next thing to do is to enable the module. We'll go to extend. I'm actively avoiding Drush here so that we can see what's happening. So I'll say message time interval. I'll enable this, do an install. Okay, so the next thing to do is check if the module shows up here, and it does. So I'll check it and click on scan selected. So let's see what are the deprecated parts of the code, and if they can be automatically fixed by Drupal Reactor as such. Okay, so it has run. We see one error and one warning. As you can see, the error is something that can be fixed with automation, which is great. So the use of Drupal set message has been deprecated. That can be automatically replaced with this method add message, and then also there's a manual fix that we'll have to do, which is we'll have to add a core version requirement in the info.yaml file. So let's go ahead. I'll go to the root of my project, and from here I'll run vendor bin reactor process, and we'll say web modules contrib message time travel, and instead of directly running it, I'll do a dry run first to validate what are the changes that we will see. So if I run this, it will pick up the reactor.yaml file from the root of my directory, root of my project, and immediately you see that these are the changes that it is going to make, wherein it says like it's using the messenger and then using add status and then adding this message there rather than using Drupal set message. Apart from this, I see another issue which is it is failing to autoload some files, which I think shouldn't be a problem as such. But yeah, let's go ahead with this for now, and we can try to validate things. Okay, so I think if I remove the dry run flag now, and since we have cloned the directory, cloned the module from GitLab, we should see a div within our project itself. So if I go to message set interval, and if I do a get diff here, you see the change is showing up here, right? The next change that was recommended is adding this line. So what I'll do is I'll open the message interval.info.yaml file, and just here I'll add this bit which says that this module would work with any versions of Drupal 8 and Drupal 9. So I'll save this, and if I check the diff, I have 2 changes as of now. The next thing to do here is I quickly want to run reactor again to figure out if the issue still persists, and but before that I want to run upgrade status again to see if it's throwing any errors as such. Okay, so yeah, I think it seems fine. Let's run reactor again. It could be a reactor issue that we are seeing here, so you never know. Okay, it's saying that there's an it's not able to process the module file, so let's quickly open it up. So we'll say we'll go into the directory, and then let's print the module file. So all this has is a help hook and a page attachment hook. I don't see any function calls that seem to have been deprecated. It seems like it's fine. So I think we are good in this case. The next thing to do is create a patch, but then before we can create a patch, it's better to create an issue. So what I'll do is I'll go here, I'll go to open 0 opens, and I'll create an issue. I'll say Drupal 9 readiness. I'll choose task. I'll say version being what did we clone here? So it's 8.1.x. I'm thinking like, should we do 8.x.2.0 or should we use the other one? Okay, so the branch is this one. These are just tags, so I think like this should be fine. So in that case, what I'll say is where was that page? Okay, let me open it up here again. So let's create an issue. This would be Drupal 9 readiness task. Let's say 1.x for the branch. This is a code change. We'll say Drupal 9 compatibility, or is it compatibility? Yeah. And then I also want to say Drupal India Association TIA. I can't really remember the ID, so let's get it from somewhere in my history. Yeah, this one. So I think this should be fine, and I'll say save. So this is the issue. I'll use this and then call it d9.patch. So with this I have this patch file here. I can say cat313, and you see we have a couple of changes here. You can see them here. So that should be fine as well. The next thing to do is submit the patch here. I'll say I think this all looks fine. I'll say choose a patch. It would be within modules, contrib, message, and this patch, right? And then I'll say I'll probably want to say needs a review, right? Since the patch is already prepared, I'll say save. Yeah, so, and I can review the patch here as well. So this all seems fine. I'm wondering whether there should be this trailing space. Let's quickly take a look. So if I open the info.yaml file, okay, I think we can get rid of that space. Let me quickly prepare a patch again. So if I now look at the patch, I don't see the space here anymore, so I would like to use this updated patch instead. So let me hide this and say I want to edit this. Okay, I can't seem to update the file from here, so let's do it from here. So I'll say choose a file, this one, and yeah, I think this should be fine. Yeah, so I want to edit the previous one, or just hide the previous one basically, so which was in comment 2. I'll say save. Okay, I think with that we have our patch submitted. We did end up using Drupal upgrade status and reactor. Hope you find this useful. Thank you.